Hello friend, welcome back to my lecture on JSP implicit object. And JSP implicit object are the part of the JSP, and basically we have 9 JSP implicit object, and these implicit objects are Java object, and these objects can directly called without being explicitly declared. So there is no need to declare these objects. They are object. Always objects are declared with the class. So these objects are hidden objects. Their classes are hidden, and they are directly used, and they are not declared. So I have underlined here, developer can call them directly without being explicitly declared. So they are implicitly declared, and they are hidden declared, and they are not declared explicitly. And these are the Java object, and basically 9 JSP implicit objects are in JSP. And JSP implicit objects are also called predefined variable. Sometimes it is called predefined variable, but they are predefined or implicit object. And you can see here the 9 different JSP implicit object. They are request, response, out, session, application, config, page context, page, and exception. And many of them we have already used. So request and response are used for uh, client server connectivity. This is HTTP. This is for HTTP servlet request object. Request is the object of HTTP servlet request class, and this is associated with the request. However, response is the object of HTTP servlet response, and this is also an implicit object and object associated with response to the client. So there is no need to write HTTP servlet request equals to new HTTP servlet request. ऐसा लिखने की जरूरत यहाँ पे नहीं है. We can directly use request object and response object. And in case of client server connectivity, sometimes we use this out object to print out.println. Basically we are writing, usually we are writing out.println. So this out is the object of print writer class. So this is the internal structure. Actually we are using these objects, but their classes are these are the classes of these implicit JSP object. And HTTP session is also a class, and session is the object of this HTTP session object. To develop the program of session tracking, we use this session object. Application is the object of servlet context, and we must have to write only applications will be wrong. And config is the object of servlet config class, and page context is the object of JSP writer. And page is the object of the web page, particular web page. This is simply synonym of this class. So like we define the object of particular class inside the class, so we call the object of that class is this when we declare any object inside the class. Same way, page is the object of a particular web page in which we are working. So and is used to call method defined by the translated servlet class. And exception, this is for exception handling, and exception is also one of the object. The exception object allow exception data to be accessed by the designated JSP. So these are the 9 JSP object. तो इसको रफली आप इस तरह से समझ सकते हैं कि जब भी हम ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग में किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को यूज करते हैं तो हम पहले उसका क्लास नेम लिखते हैं. क्लास नेम देन नेम ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट इक्वल्स टू न्यू क्लास नेम, न्यू एंड देन नेम ऑफ क्लास. पर यहाँ पे जीएसपी में हम क्लास का नेम यूज नहीं करते हैं 9 ऑब्जेक्ट्स के लिए. हम डायरेक्टली इनको यूज कर लेते हैं. जबकि यहाँ पे मैंने आपको यहाँ पे शो किया हुआ है, दिखाया हुआ है कि इनकी क्लासेज ये हैं, तो इनकी जरूरत नहीं है इन क्लासेज की. हम यहाँ पे इनको डिफाइन करने के लिए डायरेक्ट हम इनको यूज कर सकते हैं. पर कभी किसी फंक्शन को, स्टैटिक फंक्शन को रन कराना है, तब हम HTTP सर्वलेट रिक्वेस्ट क्लास का यूज कर सकते हैं या सर्वलेट रिस्पॉन्स क्लास का यूज कर सकते हैं. बट वी विल यूज दीज क्लासेस इन जावा सर्वलेट. वहाँ हम इन क्लासेस को यूज करेंगे. सो दीज आर द 9 JSP ऑब्जेक्ट, एंड दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. And request object, one by one I will explain each. implicit object. So request is one of the object of javax.servlet.http .http servlet request. Means this is object of http servlet request, and this http servlet request class is the class of http package, and http package is inside servlet package, and servlet is inside javax package. So this basically, this is the class of Java, and this class is used here in JSP, and basically in JSP we are using the object of this class. So each time a client requests a page, JSP engine creates a new object represent the request. So whenever we will request, we will connect to server, so that time we require this request object, and its opposite is response object. So request object provides a method to get http header information including data, cookies. So we can represent cookies by this request object, and we can use headings and implement the headings by this one, this request object, and http method also be called by this request object. And same way we have another implicit object, that is response object, and it is instance of http servlet response. And again, in same way, http servlet response is the class of http uh, package, and http package is inside servlet, and servlet is inside javax. तो इसके javax के अंदर javax.servlet.http पैकेज के अंदर हमारा http सर्वलेट रिस्पॉन्स क्लास है. सो हाउ वी कॉल इट क्लास, क्योंकि ये जो कैपिटल लेटर से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, जनरली जब हम जावा प्रोग्रामिंग करते हैं तो ऑल द क्लासेस आर स्टार्टेड बाय capital letter, and each word is capitalized in case of class. However, in case of package, the package always be in small letter, small case. So in case of VB.NET and C#.NET, these packages are called namespaces. So just as a server creates the request object, it also creates an object to represent the response to the client. So response object also define interface that deal with creating new HTTP header, and it is used for new HTTP header. Through this object of JSP programmer can add new cookies or date stamp, HTTP status code, etc. So this is very helpful for responding from server side to client side, while request object is used to client to server side requesting. So this is the combination of request and response. So both implicit object are used in case of data client server connectivity. And out is the object, also a implicit object, but it is used for printing any value. The out implicit object is an instance of JSP writer. So you can see here JSP writer, again JSP writer class is inside JSP package, and this JSP package is inside servlet, and servlet is inside javax, extended java, and object, and it is used to send content in a response. Also we used with response class, response object to send the content, and JSP writer to write the content. We can also say it to write the content. The JSP writer object contains most of the same method as java.io.printliner. So JSP writer object contains most of the same method. So the method which is inside printliner class inside java.io, the same methods, almost same methods are inside JSP writer class also. So however, JSP writer has some additional method designed to deal with buffering. So JSP writer के अंदर कुछ एक्स्ट्रा मेथड है जो बफरिंग के लिए डील करती है, जो कि प्रिंट राइटर क्लास के अंदर नहीं है java.io.printliner, but almost most of the methods are same as in JSP writer as well as in प्रिंट राइटर. दोनों में लगभग कुछ मेथड सेम है. अनलाइक द प्रिंट राइटर ऑब्जेक्ट, JSP राइटर थ्रू IO एक्सेप्शन. तो यहाँ पे IO एक्सेप्शन यूज किया जाता है. प्रिंट राइटर की तरह JSP राइटर में भी IO एक्सेप्शन का यूज किया जाता है. So you can see here the out object and its function out.print print the data type value, and out.println print the data type value, then terminate the line with new line character. So ln means new line character, and out.flush flush the stream, flush the stream by using this flush function. So these are the function of out object. So following are some important method which we would use to write boolean, character, integer, double, object, string, etc. Now see the session object. For creating a session tracking is very important part of web technology or J2E. So this session tracking, for the session tracking we require session object. The session object is an instance of javax.servlet.http session. So http session is the class and its object is session, and this http session class is inside javax.servlet.http. So this JSP is strongly associated with the Java servlet. All the Java servlet classes are used in Java servlet classes, and their objects are used in JSP. So strongly it is connected with the Java servlet. And when we write a program and when we compile a program of JSP, then it converted into servlet. It converted into Java, and then it converted into class file, .class file, then executable file. So session tracking, for session tracking we have session implicit object, and it behaves exactly same way that the session object behave under Java servlet. So Java, that's why JSP and Java servlet, they are synonym of each other, and most of the features of the JSP are same as the Java servlet. It is we can also say it is subset of each other, subset of Java servlet. Session object is used to track the client session between the client request, and the object is representation of the JSP page through its entire life cycle. An object created when JSP page is initialized and will removed when JSP page is removed by the JSP destroy method. तो इसको आप ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि अगर आपने लॉगिन किया हुआ है, जैसे IRCTC में आप लॉगिन करते हैं, एट ए टाइम सपोज 1000 users are login in IRCTC. So the IRCTC site, IRCTC server will handle the request of each कस्टमर, ईच पैसेंजर. अगर 1000 पैसेंजर एक टाइम में लॉगिन किए हुए हैं तो हर एक के सेशन को अलग अलग याद रखता है. ड्यू टू दिस सेशन ट्रैकिंग, सबके सेशन को ट्रैक करता है, सबके सेशन को रिमेंबर करता है और किसी के भी टिकट को किसी दूसरे को सेंड नहीं करता है. उसी सेशन को, जिस पैसेंजर ने उसी टिकट को बुक करा है, उसी को रिप्लाई करेगा, उसी का जो है अमाउंट भी माइनस होगा, उसी के मोबाइल पे ही मैसेज आएगा, न कि वो किसी और के पास चला जाए. तो ये दिस इज ड्यू टू द सेशन ट्रैकिंग. सो सेशन ट्रैकिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड इट्स इंटायर लाइफ साइकिल. यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है जावा द ऑब्जेक्ट रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ JSP पेज थ्रू इट्स इंटायर लाइफ साइकिल. तो जब तक पूरी लाइफ साइकिल खत्म नहीं होती तब तक सेशन आपका बना रहेगा. तो ऐसे ही वी हैव बीन 1000 सेशंस, 1000 डिफरेंट सेशन, एंड यहाँ पे जो है जब 1000 सेशन होंगे तो वो पैरेलल वर्क कर रहे होंगे लाइक मल्टी थ्रेडिंग. So this is the benefit of this session tracking, and sometimes we use cookies for session tracking also. And page and exception object, this is also very important. Page object, page is the object of the web page. Page is the object of actual reference of to the instance of the page. So particular page कोई आपका ओपन है तो उसका जो ऑब्जेक्ट है that is called page object, page implicit object. It can be thought of as an object that represent entire JSP page. So to represent entire JSP page we require page object, and sometimes this page object is like this object of any class. So class के केस में हम this object लेते हैं, और in case of the page we use page object. And page object is really direct synonym of this object. जो मैंने अभी बोला था कि ये जैसे क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट दिस होता है, वैसे ही वेब पेज का ऑब्जेक्ट पेज होता है. सो एंड फाइनली एक्सेप्शन. Exception is the object. It is used in case of exception handling, and directly we can use this exception object without knowing the name of that particular exception class. So direct we can use the exception object is a wrapper containing the exception thrown from the previous page. So it is uh, typically used to generate appropriate response to the error condition. So I will explain you in next class about exception handling in JSP. So exception handling is also very important for security of your web page. So these are the different implicit JSP object. So you should have a very good knowledge of JSP implicit object. So thank you very much listening to this lecture. Thank you again.